that is the bridge that takes you to the forest, as he stated, and this is where we would go to access the valley. And we will be using that path, but I just want to show you this for quick reference. Or yeah, let's show a little bit of this area. This is the forest. Because you can actually go through here to cheat the entire Poison Valley. And it's not actually that dangerous at all. Unless you, like, go out of your way to fight enemies. You got this beehive, and you can kill this beehive. If you attack it, you trigger all the bees, get it to attack you. And there's actually a mother bee in that hive. Save right here. Now, if you want to just skip the valley and get through it, just get it done and over with real quick, you just go through here in the straight line, take this path, and there's a path right up this hill that you can take. And let me see if I can actually aggro one of these guys. Wait, that's the wrong thing. Fuck, I took it off. And yeah, that's the Ring of Protection, just an aura around our character. Okay, so you can see the other guy kind of just reacted to him. And that's where it gets tricky, with the aggro, pulling enemies individually. These guys are really fucking strong. And I've never actually bothered fighting them this early. Not for a while, so I don't actually remember how much HP they have, but they're pretty tanky. Well, I guess it's not that bad. But the main reason why these guys are dangerous is because they have a fuck ton of damage for this part of the game. It feels like they deal like 100 damage or 75 damage per hit. And the real thing that you're worried about with these enemies is that attack right there. That's where they can catch you. Everything else is pretty straightforward. And you can just bait their attacks. And unfortunately, they don't actually use the shield, as far as I know. So, like, I can try to... He doesn't really use the shield, he's not reacting with it. And apparently they don't really drop anything. But that's another one of my favorite kinds of enemies. Yeah, I'm probably gonna regret this, but let's attack it. Fuck it. Oh, they all die in like one hit, so... Ah, shit. So you really wanna use the protection spell with these guys. And I might as well try to heal. Again, circle strafing solves every problem. And now, even if I get hit, which is actually... It's kind of hard to avoid getting hit, usually. Let me see if I can demonstrate it, because what they do is this thrust attack with really long range, as you can see there. And usually they just kind of hang out in place, and see, that's why it's hard. And, unless they're standing still for a couple seconds, it's actually really hard to tell if they're gonna attack you or not. But there's one enemy that I'm trying to trigger right now. This thing has way too much hit points, in my opinion. See? I think there are certain kinds of spells, certain damage types that kill it faster, but... This is just fucking tedious. And if I'm right, there should be... a certain enemy coming out as soon as I destroy it. Usually with other hives, it seems to come out in the middle of the attack after you kill the ads. But in this case, yeah, it comes out when you destroy it. And we got this dragon egg. Show that real quick. Breaking up the tension of the action real quick. We got the dragon egg, it just recovers HP immediately. It's pretty fucking cool. But kind of worthless too. And this is all this enemy does, is just this shit. I've never been hit by it, but I imagine it's nightmare fuel. You really don't want to get hit with this. This is all he does. And you don't even really need to use spells. I'm just doing it to kind of quicken the process for the video. Because normally what I would do is I would just slowly kill him with the small sword. Wow, his hitbox is deceptively large. That was like right above him. And he actually drops cloudy gems, which is pretty fucking cool. I like to always kill these enemies as soon as they show up, and that's a level 3 gem, so we're getting in there, bruh. We are getting in there. Oh. Okay. I fucked up. I actually died on camera. I didn't think that'd ever happen. And that is why you don't want to go through the forest. I'm not gonna do that again, because we're way too early anyways, but... Again, like, if you really want to just skip through this area, you don't even have to attack them. You can just run past them Dark Souls style. You get up this hill, and there's an exit that takes you to the first hub. And there you go. Now to go back through the valley. I always forget the name of the valley in this game. It doesn't really roll off the tongue as much as the Valley of Defilement, or Blight Town. Or, what was the one in Dark Souls 2? The Gutter? Yeah. It's pretty amazing that literally every fucking RPG FromSoft game just has a poison area. Like, it's not even a cliche, it's a fucking requirement in their games. Because even Kingsfield has a lot of poison areas you gotta go through. And you actually do need to wear the ring the entire fucking time. Because there's just something in the air. It doesn't poison you immediately every time, it's kind of... Sometimes it actually takes a few seconds for it to poison you, sometimes it happens instantly, it's kind of random. Ah, shit, I really need to keep this triggered. See, like, I got lucky there, so it didn't trigger. They give you magic souls to help you out. Now, there is something interesting that I thought was worth noting. You can see the ground is moving. So, maybe this is part of what's making the poison happen. Like, there's spores coming out of the ground, or whatever. Maybe the ground itself is actually alive. It's kind of disturbing, actually. And this area isn't really that large as it is confusing, because everything kind of looks the same. I'm gonna be trying to do it as much as I can. Wow, this completely fucking trivializes these enemies, it's kind of embarrassing. It was kind of weird how he didn't die in one hit. Maybe it's because it needs to hit with the center of the spell or something. And you always want to keep this equipped just in case. We got these weird giant stone statues, which are literally just there to block off paths. As far as I know, there's no way to move them. They're just there to make the level large, or take longer to finish off. Got these guys. Let me see how many times it actually takes to kill them with a sword. There's like 4 hits, 5 hits. It's not too bad. I think it actually says how much energy it uses. Yeah. It's 12. Ow. And we only get like 5... Yeah, about 5 mana points back every time we kill them. I think there's a ring that increases how much mana you get back per kill. Before we go down here, we might as well make sure this path is done. These awesome dragon bones. Cockrist feather. I think the red the lizards actually deal paralysis. So that's why they got that. There's like a random chance if they bite you, they give you paralysis. And in case you're wondering, all paralysis does is slow you down, so it's technically not even really a paralysis. I think it just slows you down. I need to experiment with that. Professionalism. By Bootie. Now this is weird to me, because... you know, our stranger friend was telling us how he doesn't need the ring, and it was implied that because he's a monster he can't be affected by the poison, but look at this thing. These things tried to get through here, and if you do get close, they will try to hit you. I don't think there's actually a way to avoid this. But if you walk in front of them, they will attack you for a lot of damage. So, just hit them, they die in one hit, they don't drop anything. So unless you're a sick fuck, there's basically no real reason to even do that. But it is kind of weird how they seem to be affected by the poison. Maybe there are certain monsters that are affected by the poison. Maybe there was an adventurer that attacked them. Or maybe the monsters attacked each other. Even though you never actually see them do that at any point in the game. Oh yeah, I gotta test the bite. Come on, sweetie. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hey. Come on, girl. Hit me, girl. Try again. You can do it. Okay, are you gonna paralysis me? Paralyze me, rather. I have a distinct memory of these things being able to... or maybe it was the electricity attack, actually. Come on! Aggro, you piece of shit! Come on! I'm trying to establish it for the audience. Okay? Yeah, there we go, girl! Good girl! Woo! That's paralysis. And it does, in fact, slow you down only, so now we know, audience, now we know. Thanks, girl, I will now... thank you with death. The sweet release of death. Oh, what's this? The bracelet? Wow, I came across this guy really fast. And paralysis actually lasts a while, so... you want to use the feather. It's actually kind of annoying to have to switch back and forth. So... I'll keep it always on so that I always know. If that annoys you, audience, then that's too fucking bad. Because I need convenience. I hate having to press the circle button to tell what ring I'm on. Because then it switches, and that sucks. Huh. See, okay, I think you need to hit them in the center for it to kill them in one hit. Now I see, I see. We're learning along, audience. Me and you, even though this is supposed to be educational. Pseudo-educational. Do I dare try to get him to attack me? Because I guess these guys just hate human beings so much that just seeing them, even in this state, is like, oh, I gotta kill you, man. And there you go, that's the attack they normally would do. And I don't have the balls to test it because I want to fucking die instantly on camera again. Ooh, yeah. Hitting 2 enemies at once feels good, man. We are getting some level 2 rings. I believe level... yeah, no level 3 quite yet. These are just level 2 rings. I may or may not get lost. I believe this has another ring of magic that we can use. Oh, it's just a cloudy gem. Wow, that's rare. Yeah, this weird abomination. I don't even fucking know what this thing is. Does it actually deal a special kind of damage? Huh. No. Apparently not. Wow, wind is overpowered. I thought it was just a tornado spell. Apparently, magic in general for wind. Now, unfortunately, there's a lot of paths I missed I'm gonna have to redo. Let me see if I can actually attack these guys with just melee. No, I fucking can't. Dude. He just killed his own ally with his own magic. That makes no fucking sense. Evolution's a bitch. Joke's on you. I have the Ring of Protection on. These guys actually remind me of the mushrooms from Kingsfield 3. They kind of do an AoE poison. Although avoiding it in that game is a lot more awkward than it is here. Here it's like super telegraphed when it's gonna happen. Oh, oh, keep moaning sexually for me. Yes. I mean, what? Haha. That's a no-scope. Yeah, no-scope memes in fucking 2018. Relevance. Oh, we're already at the end of the zone. Interesting. Now, I'm not gonna go down here quite yet, but that leads into the next zone. You just go down that hole, and you can come out. It's not an issue. Got more dinosaur bones, or dragon bones, rather. I guess it could be either or, right? Hit his fat ass. It's this thick ass. I guess these were... It makes you wonder if they just died of starvation, maybe died of old age. Because it seems to be implied that the monsters in this game only exist as a result of Solus, and they're not created. They're not like independently existing monsters that already exist. Maybe they were killed by the Elysians a long time ago, when Solus was having his first fit. We'll get more clarity when we talk to an NPC, but if I recall correctly, there's basically two phases of this island's history. The first phase is when Solus is first created, and he's like, oh, I'll turn you into a monster, cause fuck it, that's fun and entertaining. I'm a dumb baby child, with no concept of morality. Then you got the other one where he escapes his ring for a little bit, sort of, kind of. And then he turns people into monsters again. And here we go, this tree hideout. You don't actually see... Excuse me, game. Alright. You actually get way too much time to react with the Ring of Protection. But yeah, this is a tree hideout. You can't actually see the tree, though. So we just went into a cliff wall as far as we're concerned. Okay, we'll wait a bit before we go in there. And we don't need the Ring of Protection anymore as long as we're in the tree hideout, because apparently the poison air does not impact this part, even though it's still technically in the same area. It's kind of not clear in general how exactly it's isolated. Like, why doesn't it apply to the whole island if it's just a mist? Or maybe it really is just the ground underneath it that's moving, that's creating the poison. Anyways, I'm actually gonna take a short break and then we'll hop right back into it. Alright, now let's go back into this. And I can talk more about ring creation now that we actually have some level 2 gems. And hopefully things will be a lot more clear. Now, a good rule of thumb for how this works
I
is
shall pass down the knowledge of the ancients. Thou, who seek the long-forgotten powers of magic, submit to me the gems, and I shall bestow upon thee a ring of great power.
Yeah, he always does the same lines in dialogue, but... Alright, so if you're doing a level 1 ring, this is how it goes. Level 1 ring, you just put 2 level 1 rings of the same kind on these 2. Or it can be like down the middle or down here, it doesn't really matter. So like right now I want to do a level 2 one, right? So I just put 2 and 2 like this. See, 2 and 2. Because the total that you need in order to unlock the level 2 ring is about, let's see, that's 4, you need 8. You need the sum total of 8. And you got 4, 8, there you go.
I shall pass down the knowledge of the ancients.
And it applies to the level 3 gems as well. You just get 3 on both slots. Or both sides. And this is Curing Water. Very fucking badass ring. Alright, now... I was going to get Firewall, but since Wind is helping me so much, I guess I might as well get the Sonic one instead. So again, 2 and 2 of the wing gems. Gotta be like air themed.
The knowledge of the ancients.
Air themed. I don't know if you heard me over him. And there you go, it's Sonic. And I will show them off in a moment. Let me double check this. We don't actually have enough rings or gems to make the ring that we want, the stone ring. So, fuck it, let's do a fire buff ring. Why not? And it's the same logic that you apply to the regular rings. You got 2 and 2, 2 and 2.
I shall pass down the knowledge of the ancients.
Ring of Flame. The first one we got was the Ring of Heat. Yeah, Ring of Heat. And it actually stacks, that's the fun part. It stacks on the base stat. Now, when we get enough of the level 2 gems for air, we need to buff our air abilities a little bit more. And we're just going to replace this, alright? Curing Water and Healing Water. Yeah, again, I need to test this at one point just to see how exactly it works. I'm gonna put Sonic here, and I can put Curing Water there. And this is how it works. This is the one that attacks the ground. Very good against enemies. I mean, really, a lot of the wind abilities are good like that. And it might have looked like a line from our angle, but if you actually cast it, it's kind of hard to see, but it's actually like a circle. It's like a saucer. And that's pretty much all we're gonna need right now, until we get more level 2 gems. It is worth noting that you can fuck that up really bad. Like, if you put, you know, 6 level 2 rings on there, it will still give you the Sonic spell. So, you know, you gotta try to be efficient about it. It's not that hard to farm gems in this game, but still.